Good morning. Today we continue with reported speech part 2. We will start with the questions, then commands and requests. Let's start with the questions. What do we have to do? Now, as before, you have to change the three main things: pronouns and possessive adjectives, place and time expressions, the adverbs, and tenses backshift. Here you have to understand that we transform the question into an indirect question. We use the question word where, when, what, how, all the interrogative pronouns. The verb follows the subject as in a statement, so we don't put the verb to be, we change the place of the verb to be, of course. We don't use question marks, we use a period. And yes or no question, we use if or whether. Let's start with WH questions. Look, the interrogative pronouns WH. Why don't you speak English? Now, as you can see, this is direct speech. Now, indirect speech like this. He asked me. Now, we don't put that. We put the WH here, which is why. He asked me why. Now, I have to move the subject. Here, this is the subject. I have to move it after the interrogative pronoun. So, I used, he asked me why I, because he was talking to me. He asked me why I, then I use the verb to be and the verb, and I have to do backshift, so from present simple into past simple. Why I didn't speak English. Okay, now for yes or no. Do you speak English? Now here, after asked me, we have to use whether or if, so both are correct. Do you speak English? This is present question, yes or no, using do, so it's present simple. He asked me whether or if. Now I have to change the verb because it's a statement. I have to change it into past because backshift. So he asked me whether I spoke English or if I spoke English. So as you can see, let's try to solve a few questions or a few sentences from here. First one, do you like soccer? He asked me. He asked me if. Now this is a present simple. I have to remove do or does or is or was, etc. We have to remove it. So he asked me if. Now he's talking to me, so I have to use the pronoun I. He asked me if I, the verb here is like, if I liked soccer. And I have to put or use period. Okay, next one. What did you download? Dad asked. Here it's the interrogative question. So Dad asked. I have to put the WH, question or interrogative pronoun. He asked what? Now I have to use the pronoun here, which is you. I have to change it into me because he was talking to me. Dad asked what I. Now here I have to change it from past into what? Past perfect. So Dad asked me what I had downloaded. Period. Next one, is the teacher here? So this is present simple again. I asked if the teacher. Now I have to change is into was, if the teacher was here. Period. Good. This is for questions, yes or no, and interrogative. Now next one, reported speech, commands. Now in commands, what do we have to do? We deal with commands, just look at what do we do. When we report commands, we use tell plus object plus fill infinitive. So he told me to. He told her to. So told me to. Give me your mobile. He told me to give her mobile. So as you can see here, this is how we use it. Don't touch my laptop. He told me not to touch my laptop, or sorry, not to touch his laptop. We have to change the pronoun. Okay. Nancy, do the exercise. He told Nancy to do the exercise. Don't do the exercise. Nancy, he said. He told Nancy again. He told Nancy not to do. This is how we use the negative in it, okay, in commands, by using the negation not before the to. Okay, close my curtains now, or close the curtains now. My mom said to me. My mom told me you have to put to now, to close the curtains. Then, don't waste your money, she said. She told the boys not to, because it's negative, not to waste their money. Okay, request, by it's an ask, of course. When you report, we use ask plus object plus infinitive to base. Please give me the iPad, I said to her. I asked her to give me the iPad. So here we use asked in request, and in command we use told. Another one, for negative we put negation. Please don't give him the remote control, Dad said. Dad asked Pamela not to give him the remote control. Be nice to your brother, he said. He asked me to be nice to my brother. He asked me to be nice to my brother. Next one, don't be nasty, he said. He asked me not to be nasty. Period. Complete the following sentences in reported speech. So here, as you can see, we are using all types of reporting. Here statement, here command, here interrogative or questions. So as you can see, here we have different types. So question 5, you have to do it by yourself. Now, for myself, I want to help you, remind you about a statement. How do we change it? Look, he said, I like this song. He said that he liked that song. So here, what did we change? We added that because this is statement, as you can see, and we changed the pronoun from first person to third person. Then we changed the tense here from present into past, and we changed the adverb this into that. Next one, where is your sister? She asked me. Here's a question. So she asked me where. Now we put what? We put the pronoun or the subject, your sister, to become my sister. Where my sister was. Period. Next one, I don't speak Italian, she said. She said that, because this is statement, that, and the pronoun here is she. We have to change it from I into third person, and here we are dealing with she. That she didn't. We have to change the pronoun, the tense from present into past. That she didn't speak Italian. Period. Okay, this one here, this is a request. They asked me to say hello to Jim. Period. Jim is J capital because it's the proper noun. The film began at 7, so this is past. He said that, this is a statement, we have to add that. He said that the film. Now from past we have to change it into past perfect. So the film had begun at 7 o'clock. Okay. Here, don't play on the grass. This is a yes or no question. She told the boys not to play on the grass. This is not a question, by the way. This is a command. Why I said it's a command? Because as you can see here, we don't have a question mark. So this is not a question. It's not yes or no question. This one is a command. Not to play on the grass. Where have, this is a question. I never make mistakes. This is statement. Does she know Robert? This is yes or no, because we have a question. Don't try this at home. This is command. As you can see here, in this one we don't have a question mark. This one, does she know Robert? It has a question mark. This one, this is yes or no, and this one is a command. So if I want to do this one, does she know Robert? He wanted to know. Here we have to use if or whether. He wanted to know if she. Now no, it's a present simple, so we have to change it into past form, which is knew Robert. and we have to use period. Next one, this one, don't try this at home. This is a command, so you have to use to. The stunt man advised the audience to, not to, because it's negative, not to try that at home. Here we change the adverb this into that. Thank you.